Hundreds of area residents gathered to remember those who lost their lives defending our country's freedom. Good evening. As Memorial Day weekend comes to an end, many folks are still making the trip back home. 8 News reporter Carrie O'Brien's live on I-95 tonight with an eye on traffic. How's it looking out there, Carrie?
Juan, I can't remember a Memorial Day where the traffic has actually been light. That's the case tonight. Take a look at 95. No problems to report to you here. It appears those record high gas prices, $3.86 a gallon here in Metro Richmond, are keeping many families closer to home this weekend. It was a smooth ride along Interstate 64 this afternoon. Drivers returning from the beach and Williamsburg tell us traffic was unusually light this Memorial Day weekend.
It's been great. There's no traffic. It's wonderful. Great weather.
A little busy down in Virginia Beach area, just north of Williamsburg, but other than that, the roads have been pretty good.
AAA predicted record high gas prices would have folks putting the brakes on travel this holiday weekend. And from the looks of it, it appears they were right.
Not really traffic delays at this point. Excellent in terms of time-wise.
You think those gas prices kept a lot of folks home this weekend?
It certainly almost kept me home, but my wife encouraged me to get on the road. But I certainly think that had a great factor in it.
Now, AAA was expecting a 3% drop in travel this Memorial Day weekend. And from what we have been seeing out here, I wonder if that number will actually be higher. We're live in Richmond tonight. Carrie O'Brien, 8 News.
New tonight, our first look at one of the people killed over the weekend in what police call a drunk driving incident. Catherine Jones, who you see here, died when a man accused of driving drunk veered off Sneed Road and plowed his truck into a group of people leaving a party. Joseph Owens was also killed. The suspect, Carmen Garcia Hernandez, is charged with DUI, felony manslaughter, and is being held without bond. Tonight, Charlottesville police are investigating a high-speed chase that ended with that deadly crash you saw there. Officers say they tried to pull the suspect over just after midnight, but he drove away. Police tell us the driver eventually lost control of the vehicle and ran into this tree. They're still trying to identify the driver, whose body was badly burned. Many Richmonders began their Memorial Day this morning at the annual wreath-laying ceremony at the Virginia War Memorial. The shrine was built back in the 50s to honor fallen soldiers from World War II and the Korean War. Here's what one of the veterans who attended today's ceremony says Memorial Day means to him.
Memorial Day means to me is more or less, it's for the ones who have passed away. It's a ceremony for the dead who are no longer with us, who earned the right for freedom for all of us.
In the past 6 years, the names of more than 130 troops killed in the War on Terror have been added to this wall. Soon, a new panel will be constructed. 3 combat-certified helicopters from the Vietnam era landed at the Chesterfield County Airport this afternoon. The restored choppers from California's Wings and Rotors Air Museum are on the way home and stopped to refuel after escorting more than 300,000 bikers to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington.
With all of our helicopters, we're doing a memorial flight for Vietnam veterans, and we spent 3 days in Leesburg. Our goal was to fly over the wall on Memorial Day, or actually yesterday, and even after months of paperwork, they said no.
These crews expect to be back in California by June 5th, visiting 2 cities per day as they fly across country. Praising those who've died for liberty, President Bush led America's Memorial Day observances at Arlington National Cemetery today. ABC's TJ Winnick reports.
For the 7th and final time of his presidency, Mr. Bush commemorated Memorial Day at Arlington National Cemetery. He laid a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns.
The men and women we honor here served for liberty. They sacrificed for liberty. And in countless acts of courage, they died for liberty. From faraway lands, they were returned to cemeteries like this one, where broken hearts received their broken bodies.
Memorial Day parades and ceremonies were held across the country. At the Florida National Cemetery in Bushnell, fallen soldiers like Diana Hunsicker's son were remembered for their sacrifice.
You wake up good and you go, he's not calling anymore.
Elmer White posed for pictures in Roswell, Georgia. The veteran served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
There's a cemetery in France. If you ever been there, go through it and you'll see the reason we're a free nation today.
A very special citizenship ceremony was held not stateside, but at the U.S. base at Bagram in Afghanistan. Their 44 servicemen and women became official citizens of the United States.
I'm very excited, now I have the right to vote, voice my opinion.
It feels real great. I've been waiting for it a long time. I moved to the States when I was 3, and this is just something I've been trying to do for a long time.
And at 3 p.m. Monday at Major League Baseball games and elsewhere, America observed a moment of silence to honor those who died in battle and to thank those who survived. TJ Winnick, ABC News, Washington.
Damage assessment continues tonight after severe storms in the upper Midwest over the weekend. This is video here from Hugo, Minnesota, where a 2-year-old was killed. A resident there is being hailed as a hero after saving 7 people trapped inside their demolished home. He says one of the scariest things about the daring rescue was the smell of gas.
Gas is spewing out of every main. You're moving debris, just praying you don't spark anything, because then you're all gone. Even if you could have saved them, you wouldn't be around.
Also today, the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado hit Parkersburg, Iowa. Investigators are also looking into whether a tornado touchdown in Minnesota. John?
Well, here across central Virginia this evening, we have been keeping an eye on the radar through the night, watching a couple bands of showers approaching and then falling apart as they cross the Blue Ridge Mountains. You're seeing round number 2 headed our way, and notice they're pretty much falling to bits also. Outside right now, it is fairly warm across the area. Temperatures, you can see, are still sitting in the low to mid 70s. That's right, Louisa is sitting at 77, 75 Farmville, 74 for us. Just a smidgen cooler by Charlottesville. They had a few sprinkles up around there. No rainfall tonight for us across the area, but we will have a chance of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder developing by later tomorrow. It will be warm. We'll start the day at 64. We could reach near 90 in many spots. Your 8-day forecast in just a moment.
Today, American troops in Iraq remembered their fallen comrades. And even as they paid respects, a roadside bombing near Baghdad killed 1 soldier and wounded 2 others. One soldier tells us doing his duty is what fallen friends would want.
It's hard because, this thought of possibility of losing more guys is a possibility happens every day that we go out. But I know it's what they would want. They wouldn't want us just sitting around mourning for them. They'd want us still out doing our job.
The U.S. casualty count in Iraq now stands at 4,081. Memorial Day is not normally a holiday on which we exchange presents, but today a Texas girl got a pretty big one, her big brother. Staff Sergeant Dylan Shaw surprised his little sister Amanda at her middle school today. He's in the middle of his 4th tour in Iraq and hasn't seen his family in 5 months. The class erupted into applause when they embraced. Amanda was overcome with emotion.
I missed him a lot because he was gone for a long time, and I love him very much.
I do too. Shaw is only on a 2-week visit before he returns to Iraq. Virginia tourism officials are working to attract more foreign travelers to the Commonwealth this year. Officials are printing travel guides in more foreign languages and increasing their presence at travel industry trade shows. International travelers are prized by hotels and retailers because they tend to stay longer and spend more money than domestic tourists. The James River was busy with folks enjoying the water today, which led to a problem with illegal parking. Hundreds of people were at Pony Pasture today, and the parking lot filled up. Many people parked illegally on neighborhood streets. We found a few different neighbors outside guarding their properties and sending people away. They even called in police to help.
People are doing things like driving onto our lawn and knocking on the door and asking if they can pay to park in the driveway, and yeah, they do that. And we're always coming out and telling people when they stop there that they can't.
Neighbors say the roads were even too clogged for an emergency vehicle to pass through. An 8 News consumer alert now. New mosquito repellents could last 4 times longer than the best currently available. Pentagon researchers say they've tested new chemicals that keep mosquitoes away for 70 days. The best repellent on the market now, known as DEET, averages only 17 days. It'll be a few years, though, before any of those new sprays are available commercially. A few local Iraq veterans are pushing to create a license honoring veterans of the Iraq War. Still ahead, we'll hear from one of the soldiers fighting for the new plate. Plus, Imagine getting pulled over by an officer in a golf cart. We'll tell you why these are trading in their squad cars for some new wheels. John?
All right, tomorrow morning it's back to work, back to school for just about everybody. We're looking at partly cloudy skies. Early morning temperature 64 degrees, close to 70 by 9 a.m. It will be a whole lot warmer by tomorrow afternoon, but then the risk of showers and thunderstorms. Find out all about it coming up next.